which I will do. And I'm going to do it another way just to show you that it can be done. You could also hold down your control key. That's the bottom left key on your keyboard, and use your, with your pinky, and use your pointing finger on that same hand to press down V. I guess you could use 2, but see how that just popped up?
Okay, but if I'm with her personally with not being live yet, I could send it to her like in a message or in a text, correct?
Yes, you could. You could either send it with a text, or normally if they're going to be on a computer, I'd recommend an email to them.
Okay.
All right. So if you wanted to have guests, you could send it to their email, or you could text it to them. That's okay either way. Let's see. I like to think so, but I don't know. I never give that a whole lot of thought, Joanne, but you're awesome. And I have no doubt Cheryl Steele's awesome too, I'm sure. All right. If you wanted to share a link or another tab, what you're going to do is you're going to go down here to present, and then you're going to click share screen, and this pops up. Now, if you look at this right now, what's in the news? All right, that is the link right there of your live stream. You see that? It pops up, fills in the thing.
Right.
All right. You want to make sure that this is also to the right and it's lit up in blue, so that it will say, it will share the audio as well, even though we have the audio block. And so now, if you look at this one right here, you'll have to come back over here to StreamYard and add that to it, because this little button here is what adds you and takes you off of the screen, just like if I took myself off the screen. All right, you would add it to the screen. Now, right now, it's set up where I'm on the left and what I'm sharing is on the right. If you wanted to see nothing but that, you'd click on that one. If you wanted to be inset like I am here on my stream right now, you click on that and it'd bring your picture up here, your camera, whatever, which, from what I understand so far, I've only seen your avatar. So you would probably, put your avatar on, even though my settings take me off when I'm not on, I've got my avatar up. All right. Is that pretty clear?
Can I ask a question?
Sure. That's what we're here for.
Okay, so now this is where, if I'm going to go live for the first time and present some pictures or a video or anything like that, I want to have them all lined up, like maybe on my desktop, so they're all ready. So they're all ready, right? So they can just go click it from my desktop onto my, instead of hunting for it, right?
Okay. Let me ask you this. This is Black Widow, right?
Yes.
All right. Do you have one monitor, 2 monitors?
Well, right now I'm watching the chat on my phone, and I've got you on my laptop. But when I went into the studio the other day, I played in the studio the other day, and I pulled up a video, and I presented it, and I was like, I could either go full screen or have my avatar down there beside it. But it asked me where do I want to get it from? I just immediately went to my desktop. So if I have like 5 documents, or if I have 5 things I want to show, I want to have them like all lined up in one place so that I don't have to fumble around, right?
Right. You can't. Okay. That's a good idea. I have often done live streams where I had multiple ones set up at the same time, and I see Lene figured out how to share to her. I can tell that Lene figured out how to share to her audience as we speak. The reason why I know that is because up at the top right-hand side, up here where you see my name, or the little emblem of the bat.
Yeah.
See, this isn't a live one. This one is one that I've got set up, and I'm just using this to demonstrate. Up here, if you have the paid version, you have to have the paid version to do it. But if somebody has a paid version, they can start it, and somebody else can stream off of it. Lene,
Is
are
that
you using,
redirect?
do I now?
Is that what they call redirect?
No, that's
Okay.
something different.
Okay.
This
thank
is this is shared streaming or co-streaming. I call it co-streaming.
Okay.
And I'll show you that in just a minute as well. A redirect you would not be able to do at this point. And the reason for that is because of the fact that you don't have 1,000 subscribers. Now, once you get, oh, I'm sorry, that's Black Widow.
Right.
I was looking
Okay.
at Black-
Redirect is if I send them there after my live, right?
That's right. A
Okay, I
redirect.
got you. Okay, I understand.
In fact, I'll show you on here. We will do that. I'm sharing the screen, so if you go back over here, it's still showing this screen because that's what I shared off of this. But right now we are in my StreamYard and we're going to look at something else. We're going to look at, we're going to go to the YouTube studio. And by the way, I don't expect anybody to remember all of this tonight, but you're welcome to come back and ask questions, or you're welcome to come back and review this video so that it will show you, again, and kind of be a reminder. All right. In order to do a redirect, what you're going to do is you're going to go. In fact, that reminds me of something else. If you look in the chat right now, well, if I looked in my chat and let me look at where I put it. I've got so many dadgum things open, it's hard for me to remember. All right, I'm just for the sake of argument, I'm going to go to my channel and I'm going to click on my live stream. Now, don't pay a whole lot of attention to the, because you'll see down here, there's a little live reactions thing. See that little heart?
Right.
That is the live reaction. To me, that is one of the most annoying things about live streaming. You cannot see if I'm in a chat room and that's there and somebody types something, a lot of times it'll be over the end and I can't make out every word. So
Okay,
I'm going to show you.
What's making that mirror effect on your screen right now?
Because I'm sharing this screen. I'm sharing this chat. So it's showing it over and over. And as I'll take it off of there so that you won't see it because I want to get out of there anyhow. All right. Right now, we're on a live stream, and the name of this live stream is Help for New YouTubers. What I'm going to do is, all right, well, let me just show you from the very beginning. All right, this is where everybody goes for their channel, right? You click on the little emblem up top that is your icon. A lot of people, it's just going to be a letter. And you go to YouTube Studio. Now, this is what YouTube Studio looks like. You're going to go to to content. And there's all these options up here. But because of the fact that we're dealing with live, by the way, I'm hearing reverb somewhere. That's probably it right there. I didn't mute it. No, I didn't. I'm just going to cut it off. There we go. But, all right. We went to the live stream, which is where we're at. And truthfully, if it'll probably come up as live. There it is. But I'm going to go to that first one that says details. I'm going to click on it. Then I'm going to go to customization. Now, this is where you can do two things here. Well, you can do a lot more than that. If you're having trouble with trolls, I'd recommend clicking it to subscribers. Only subscribers can do it. And then you would set the timer there on how long you want them to have to wait as they subscribe. But we're not worried about that, so we're not going to do anything with that. But what we are going to do is right here under reactions, there's a tab that says live reactions. And let me take off this that I've got on here. You can see it a lot better this one. But you see how it's checked? Check it again to make it come off. And then you save it. And all of a sudden, bam, that heart is gone.
And that's where you have to enable redirect too at the bottom, correct?
It sure is. And
Okay.
what you would do is you go to redirect and you would click on add. If it is one of your, and for some reason it seems to be, from what I can tell, just live streams. But, and I think it's primarily for, you got two sections here. This is maybe yours because you may have, I've got an idea. I'm not going to talk about it here because it's too confusing for most people, I would think. But I've got an idea that I may end up doing something like that. All right. But you can go here and you have all these different live streams to pick from. There are other people that are, most of these are lives. All right.
But they're not just my subscribers, they're anybody?
That's for anybody. I don't know where they get the list. I know that you can go through, for example, let's say that I'm on Devil Dog. Devil Dog has me as an administrator on his YouTube. So I'm every Saturday I go through, hey, Fishing Frustrations UK, good to see you. 911 operator. Hey, Jeff, good to see you. Sorry, just taking a moment to say hello to the folks coming in the chat. And because I get kind of tunnel focus. And anyhow, all right. So what you do is you can go through, and if there's, let's just go to another live stream, or just for the sake of argument. Let's say that I wanted to go to forward everybody to one of these. Let's pick one, and I will go ahead, Alpha Jenkins. There we go. I'm not going to run it because he's just doing a watch hours thing. But I'm going to go up and I'm going to copy. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to copy it. So I've copied the link. I'm going to go back to, where did I have it? Right there. All right, now I'm going to paste that in right there. So I have the option of clicking that. And he may not have it set up where anybody can redirect to it. But if
Right.
if it is somebody that allows other people to redirect to it, once you click off of there, it's set up to redirect to that. Well, actually, it didn't because his is not. But I'll just pick one at random. All right, now it shows up. You see what I'm saying?
So you want to do that when you end your live?
I do it, really before I even start.
Oh, so it won't redirect them till you cut off.
Right. It will not redirect them until you end your live stream.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
And even then, I think you actually have to click on it. It will take them to that site, to that live stream, but it won't take them into them with it. At least it didn't the one time I paid attention to it.
Okay.
So you would have to go through and they would still have to click on it to go into it. Hey, Jack Hobson, good to see you. Hey, JCT, always a pleasure.
Now I'm just using the mic on my laptop. Does it sound okay?
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay. Because I don't know what I sound like,
That's all right. Now I'm going to eliminate this because I don't know who that is. And you see, if I added the heart back to it, I could save it, but I don't want the heart on there. I don't like the reactions. I cannot stand to have that heart on there. But virtually no. The problem with it is you have to go through. Oh, wait a minute. I put my avatar up there. The problem with it is you have to go through and you have to do that every time to get rid of it. It's not something that you set it and forget it. It has to be done every time. Hey, Skunk Ape Mysteries, good to see you. Radio Jonesy on tour. There's a fellow Australian or another Australian. I say fellow, I'm not Australian, but good day, for any Australians. By the way, in my chat, I do have Nightbot set up. And so you can go through and drop your link by typing in 29. For example, I'm gonna type 29 in my chat just so. Well, Jeff, would you do the honors? Okay, there we go. Now, Lene, it won't do it in yours, but it will do it in mine, unless you have Nightbot set up already. And that's another thing that we can go over another time. That's a little bit more complicated. Takes a few more minutes to set up.
Now, if I want to mod somebody
Mhm.
or ban somebody, I want to do it on my phone, correct?
You can, or you can do it on the computer. For example,
But I'm in StreamYard, so if I do something to them in here,
you
I don't
can't
think
do it on StreamYard.
right.
You
well,
can't
that's
do
what-
it. You
Okay,
can
I've got
do
another
it.
tab. I've got another tab open for my
That's right.
right. I got you.
Because
So I can
see,
just
you'll
switch over
notice
there.
here,
It's just muted. It's just muted. Okay.
right? You see all these tabs I've got. I could go to any one of them and do whatever I wanted on that particular tab. You
And it
know,
won't
even
kick you out of StreamYard. Okay,
no, your StreamYard is still there
that's cool.
until you close the StreamYard. It's there.
Okay.
Now, if you want, you can't mod anybody. You cannot. You could probably ban somebody from StreamYard, but it's not going to ban them from. It's not going to ban them from YouTube. But let's say, hey Kyle, how you doing?
All right.
But I think it's
Doing all
harder
right.
if I think it's harder if you ban somebody in StreamYard to go back and unban them versus on YouTube.
All right, that's a good
think.
question. Let's look at that. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for dropping your link, Lisa, and thank you for being in the chat. Hey, Traveling Special Abilities, always a pleasure to see you. Let's look at how hard it is or how easy it is once somebody is banned to, and that's a great point. I do want to show something else on how to do that. Hang on, Otis wants back in. I got to let him in. If not, he's gonna keep barking. That's just gonna bother me. Come on. All right, watch out. All right, now, while you are in StreamYard, there are people that will come up and try to do things to your live stream. As a beginning YouTuber, chances are it's not something you're going to have to worry with, because most brand new most of your people that like exposing themselves on television or on here, they're not going to do it on somebody who's only got one channel or a handful of subscribers. But if it's your first live stream, it's not very likely. But as you do it, there's a couple things you want to do. For example, right now, I'm not exactly sure how I got Lene on here, but I'm thankful she is. And by the way, this is how you edit name. Oh no, that's my name on here. Never mind. That's why I could see. I get confused myself, but because of the fact I'm live streaming, and I'm sharing her live stream, then to me it kind of looks like. But if I look down here, it says YouTube Police. But that's a good thing for me to have, because I want you to pay attention to these things down here. This is what many people refer to as the green room or the basement or backstage. All right. Now, if you look right here, if you wanted to change your name, that's where you would go, to where those three little dots are. And you'd go up and you'd change your name right there by typing something else in and hit enter or save. Now, on here, well, let me make it big screen again. Well, no, let me do it this way, because that way you
Is Lene still down there?
Lene's still in our chat. I mean, she's still on our panel, but I just don't have the avatar showing.
Okay.
I guess I could. Just like your avatar, you can't see it.
Right.
But if I go through and click this right here, it shows everybody the avatar. And since y'all are new, I think I want them up here anyhow. But there's good points and bad points, I guess, to that. Hey, Johnny Small Pepper in the house. Good to see you. Johnny, you're welcome to come up on panel as well, brother. Always a pleasure to see you. Now this is something somebody had asked if it was hard to unban somebody. I've always done the banning from, if somebody comes on to the live stream, I go to that click, and if it's a guest that somebody who's trying to come up on panel, up top, you can set it to where it authenticates. And that's going to be down under guests. And I recommend typically having that clicked. Guests must authenticate. I make sure that that's clicked because sometimes people come in and I don't know they're there. I'm not as observant as I was in my young days. So if I turn that off, then it doesn't make a sound when people enter the green room. Guests see viewers' comments and posts. In other words, if y'all look if y'all look over here, this is where the comments and posts would come up. If I didn't want y'all to see them, then I would not have that change. I would not have that clicked. Wrong one. I do have the paid version, and you have to have the paid version in order to have this. I don't know if it's not on there at all. But if I didn't want people to share the live stream, I would click that off. But I'm fine with y'all sharing this live stream, so I've got it clicked on. Does that make sense?
Yes.
These are all banned guests. If I wanted to unban somebody, all I'd have to do is put it on the X and click on it, and then they would no longer be banned.
Okay, gotcha.
I hope I've answered a couple questions anyway.
Somebody just made it sound like it was really hard to do, but that's not hard at all because I've got like 3 banned people, and I already took one off. So
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was doing something wrong or right,
Yeah. Now, that brings up another interesting point because I don't know how, if you haven't done a live stream yet, how you'd have anybody that was banned on StreamYard. But
I don't want them there when they show up.
oh, okay. That's perfectly fine as well. So you manually put it in.
Correct.
But not anyone else. I can put my own link in, but not anyone else's. That's weird, Joanne. You'd have to copy it, I reckon, and paste it to do that. All right, hang on. Let me review because I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions.
I don't know if Lene has the overlay.
I do have the overlay because
I mean, I do too, but I didn't know she had it.
You have to have the paid version in order to have the overlay.
Oh,
And
okay.
so
I do. So, okay.
I have the overlays.
Well,
Okay,
then you'll have if you have the paid version, you will have all of these options. If the main differences between the paid version and the free version, obviously, are on the free version, you can only have 6 people on panel. I can have up to 10. You can have up to 10. You get 50 hours of recording time as opposed to 20, I think, with the free version. You can have overlays, and to get to those, you just go right there and you pick an overlay. I mean, I've got several loaded on here. And so the purpose of an overlay is to keep anybody from showing something that they should not show, but you can still hear their voice and talk to them a few minutes, see if they seem like a normal person. If it's if it's somebody that comes on and wants to create havoc, they're going to start that pretty quick, typically. Which brings me to another point. And it's going to be hard to show this unless I go through. And Kyle, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I'm going to share this link in the private chat.
Okay.
I would appreciate it if you would click on that link. Well, are you on your phone?
I am not at the moment, but I'm
That's
on my
fine.
iPad.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I just didn't want you to lose, because I don't know how that would work with this.
Let
But
me try something. If I lose you guys, I don't know.
okay. Well, you know how to get back up here. So, but I'd like for you to try to click on that link that I just put in the private chat.
Yeah,
And I got a
did.
purpose to it.
See, I've never seen private chat before.
Okay. There we go. We got Kyle on there. And Kyle, just stay with me for a minute because I want to show what you want to do before you bring anybody else up on panel. Before you bring anybody, in fact, every person here that has come up, I did this with. What you're going to do is you're going to go to those three. Kyle, do you mind me showing your name? Is that okay? Y'all can see that he's there. But if you go through, you okay with me showing your name, Kyle? I can't hear you. Hold up a hand and one for okay, that's fine. I'm gonna show. All right, what you're gonna do is you're going to click on these three little dots. And that's going to tell you who it actually is because this is authenticated with YouTube.
Okay, now that's my Google name. Like you said, Freedom, right?
Right.
So that's not my real name because I've changed it.
Well, that may be, but oftentimes people have the same name on their Google as they have the thing. And either way, it lets you know who that is. So, and at that point, if I was to bring them up, here's one thing, scenario very likely. And I'm not trying to throw a bunch of hitches in the giddy up, but I do want you to understand what I do here. I would go over to the brand. I would bring up that, and then I would bring him up. But while he's up and that overlay is on here, I'm going to have my finger on the trigger right here where it says ban from studio. I'm not going to ban him from here. But if he was doing some crazy stuff, a lot of times he'll say what or do whatever. He'll try to do something. And I ain't got time to be bringing all this up again while he's. Now that is just really for people you don't know. But nevertheless,
and you're still good because you have your overlay up.
That's right. You're still good to go
Okay.
because even though he is behind here. If I took down the screen, he's down here. All right. But I have my overlay up. And so while his whole thing is up here and he can speak and what have you, I can hear you, Kyle, now because you're up where you can be heard. But if I wanted to, if he was going to, oftentimes when I have somebody up that I don't know or I don't remember, which happens from time to time, I will have that pulled up and I will have my finger on the trigger so that if he starts doing something, I've had people that started saying cuss words and what have you, just as soon as they popped up. Well, guess what? That's how a lot of people get banned, at least from mine.
Now your other panel can see it, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
In fact, if you look right now at the bottom of the StreamYard that we're in, the only thing that you see below the main picture is yours.
Nope, I see all three except me. I see
Really?
Kyle and Renee.
I expect that's because we're co-streaming. If it's a normal stream and you're not sharing it, the only person they're going to see is the person that is their own avatar or their own camera.
Okay.
But because the fact that we're sharing the co-stream, right now, you can see the other guests. Makes sense to me. I'm not going to ban you, Kyle, but I am going to kick you from the studio because we're not using this one. Okay, you're still on the other one though, so you're good.
Okay, so you want me to transfer from this to the other one?
Yeah, that'd be good because I mean you're still on there. I see you. All right. But thank you for helping me, Kyle. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you, Kyle.
And All right, now, well, I didn't have to kick him because he went ahead and left. And I would still take down the overlay and you still see it.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
Now, these things I'm telling you to do, the reason why I'm telling you to do them is to protect your channel. I've had some really long streams that at the end of the stream, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if it was because I was distracted or whatever, and let somebody up without doing those procedures. And I got porn bombed. It's not something I'm proud of, but I'm just letting you know that it can happen to anybody.
But see,
Let
the
me go.
thing is, YouTube will you should be able to just come out and edit it out immediately. But the thing is YouTube blames you. YouTube's pretty messed up sometimes.
I won't disagree.
Because they can kick your channel off for that, and you didn't do anything wrong.
No.
That's right. But I'll tell you what I typically do. I just delete it.
I know, but then you lose 12 hours or 10 hours.
Oh, I lost 50 hours.
Exactly.
Jeez.
I lost 50 hours. I looked at the analytics on it right before I deleted it, and it had 50 watch hours on it because it was a 10.5 hour live stream, and I had 10 people in there.
Right. And it's
Or
wrong.
I averaged, I guess, 5 because it was over 50 hours. I know that. Thank you, 911 operator. That's a cool name, 911 operator too, or 911 operator. I'm just reviewing a little bit of the chat to make sure I ain't missed anything. Miejo, I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably butchering it. Sorry about that.
When you were saying something about porn bombed, I got porn bombed on my main channel.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do all this stuff, but
well, that's one reason why we're doing this right now. And hey, IVP Creates. One of the reasons why we're doing this right now is so that you don't have to go through some of the things that I did. And I'm just I stepped out and it was gone. I'm sorry about that, Lulu.
Well, it's a good.
All right. It's here in chat that you have not vetted. They porn bomb you. You know that's true, Johnny. Typically a responsible person. Well, I have a tendency, Johnny, to just pin the link. Maybe I'm lazy. And truthfully, if I were smart, I'd probably just send it via email to whoever I wanted up on the channel. But a lot of times people, hey, Pendar, good to see you. Charlie the dog. That's my buddy over there in Australia. He's actually in Tasmania. Now, does anybody have any questions on anything that we've covered so far? Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for doing this.
One thing, I'm glad that I came in right at the right time.
Well, there's never a bad time. I've been able to become a member if they send me a link, Busby. Let's see. What was the question? I don't know, other than I'm just trying to answer questions before they actually come up. Anyhow, well, what else is important? Yeah, I think y'all already know about that's where the comments are. You can create your own banner right here. You can have it scroll or not. If I wanted to put on a banner, I just click on it and it would go across the bottom.
Okay, now I have a bunch of mods, right?
Yeah.
But I have one managing mod, okay?
Right.
So what if I want to talk to just my managing mod in this chat box over here in private chat?
Well, is she the only one that's on your panel or on your StreamYard?
No. So like if I have 10 guests and I want to tell her something, everybody's going to see it, right?
Yeah, if it's in private chat. Anybody
so
that's
you
on your
can't
panel.
you can't have a private chat with one person.
Well, to do that, I would suggest trying to send her a text on your
Right.
on
Right.
her phone.
Okay. That's good.
So, I mean, you have to use an outside source for that.
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
guess
sometimes there's 5 people up on panel, and I hear somebody say, check private chat, like it's some big top secret thing. And I'm thinking they're talking separate to that person rather than the whole back chat can see it. You know what I mean? Or they say back chat. That's what they say, back chat.
well, anything on private chat is going to be accessible to anybody who is up there on your panel
Okay.
when that was put up there. Now,
They may be talking in Discord.
yeah, but if anybody that's on your panel on StreamYard will be able to see, if they go over to the private chat, they will be able to see what that is.
Okay.
So now if they come up after, it won't be there. All right. Let's see. I noticed, and that's okay. Lene's probably just listening right now. In fact, I think she's got her microphone muted, and that's okay. She may not be comfortable, talking right now, and that's okay too. But hopefully, some of this is informative for her. Let's see what else might be pertinent. Does anybody in the chat have any questions, or anybody have? Yeah, the whole panel can see it, Busby. Hello, Premier Hell. How you doing? Let's see. You're gonna go for some Chinese food, family. Well, thank you for coming in, Jones. It's always a pleasure to see you. Let's see. You're watching YouTube Police, and he's teaching Lene some things about YouTube. Trying to. See. How are you? What's the conversation? We're just trying to go through and learn a little bit. I'm trying to share a little bit about what some things about StreamYard and maybe YouTube. And let's see. Join your stream until I find out what I understand. I have a tendency to hop into a lot of live streams, and I mean, it's hard to find your favorite streamer when you want, because they're not always live streaming. It ain't like they go by my thing. So typically what I do, I mean, there's a couple things you can do with that. You can go through, and let me just show you what I do. Typically I'll go to my subscriptions first, and usually the top ones are people that I'm subscribed to, and I look for, see, there's according to Lene. And she's got a live stream going on right now, and it's us. Yay. Hey. Anyhow. And so I'll go to those. And it's been my experience that, if I want to extend my reach on my channel, the thing to do is to go visit other people's live streams and show them support. The more you do that, the more people will come back and check out yours. It's almost impossible to give up my live line stream. I understand, well, that's awesome. If, chances are you won't get much out of this. We do have some good people in here. Nevertheless, thank you for coming in, Premier. All due respect, YouTube, please. To what? To me? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I meant. Oh, Lene. I'm sorry, Lene. I was been saying it Lene this whole time. Lene.
It's okay. It's okay.
My bad, Lene. I'm gonna try and remember that, but I'm pretty scatterbrained, and I hope I remember it. It just seems like it looks like a French name or something, and but I'm gonna try to remember that, Lene. Thank you for say it again.
Lene. Okay,
Lene.
Lene, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Hey, I'm a redneck and not that bright.
That's
but
okay.
I'm gonna try to
That's
remember.
all right. Hey, I
make
want to
very,
ask, I want to ask, so when you are streaming, are you normally looking at your StreamYard well, you have different monitors. See, I don't.
yeah,
So I'm usually looking at my StreamYard the whole time instead of my YouTube screen.
mhm.
Um, but I need to know where I find music because I'm having to use StreamYard music and it's trash.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Same here.
So I
All right,
have
I can show you.
I have YouTube music. I just don't know
Yeah,
how to do anything with it.
well, there's a couple things you can do with that. Um, you know, you can go through and let's look at that. Um, One of the most important things I found is for me, seems to be the music. And so what I do is I'm gonna go to my main channel. No, I'm not going to go to this one, and I'm just going to go to the audio library. You can download these, and all this stuff will go through, and it'll play something, and you pick out the stuff that you like. When you find something you like, you can download it here, and you can go over here to your go down towards the bottom, and you can upload, add music, and that will be from the YouTube audio library. So then you could play that.
So after you download it, it's automatically saved to the computer, and all you got to do is go back to the brand and then add it from there.
Well, if
I
you
don't have to.
download it, if you
Yeah, I've
download it,
downloaded. Oh, okay. I didn't know that because I've downloaded some songs already.
okay, well now you'll have to upload them to StreamYard.
Okay, because I didn't know where the heck to find them.
Okay. Let's see. Well,
Y'all,
thank
we're
you.
gonna get some new music. What up?
There we go. I'm glad you're excited. Leanie. I'm
It's
hoping I'm
okay. It's okay. It's not a big
uh,
deal.
let's see. Um yeah, that's where you really pick your music. And I have done now there is something else you probably could do. And in fact, let me look at it for a second. I'm sharing one right now, and I don't know. Hang on, let me see if there's an option. No, it doesn't give me that option. The only other thing I could suggest is maybe you could go through, and when you share your audio, or when you share, all right, let's stop this sharing. All right, so it goes back to this. When you go through and do it, you could go through and load it all up on a um, particular thing. Make sure you have the audio clicked, and I'm sharing this. And then what I'm going to do is when I go to this page, I'm going to change it over to here or wherever, and then I'm going to click and go to YouTube. And I have, for example, if I wanted to do something like this, I would probably go through and go to my channel. My channel, there it is. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I don't usually do that really well. All right, but I would go to the videos, or I could go to live streams. Wherever I have it saved, if it was on the live stream, I could go through and access it. Probably easier on videos for what I'm thinking. I'm going to go by most popular, and it won't be too far down. Where is it? Should have already been up there. There it is. See that one right there? That one, I have a 9-hour video, and it's got music, nothing but music. It's got music on it, but it just shows the that. And if I wanted to change up That's still on there, even though you can't see it, but you'd be able to hear it. Does that make sense?
Sort
Just
of.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It just depends on which setting you've got it on.
Okay.
And so if you go back there, so the music's still playing. The one thing I would caution you on that is to make sure that whatever it is allowed on, well, the chances are you won't run into any problems, but there is a possibility that it, depending upon the song, that they could shut down your live stream for having copyrighted material. So double check and make sure that you have the copyright added, or the, well, we'll go back to the music. Let me get rid of that because we don't need it. But if you wanted to go back to the audio library, if you look out to the bottom, out to the side, it tells you, you can see the details, and it will tell you what you can and can't do with that music. So it's usually a good idea to check those to make sure that there's not going to be any problems.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you
because some
were,
require attribution, and you'd have to put it in every stream that you used it in.
say that one more time.
Because some of them say they want you to give a credit for it, and then you'd have to be sure it's in your description in every single video you use that in.
That's right. And so, I mean, you can go through and you can actually filter those out. Or you can go through, if you like, for example, if I go to my main channel, Beltload 29 is actually my main channel. And if I went down to the creator music on that, the options on it are going to be completely different than the options on my, and I'll have some there. And of course, you do need to check the, the eligibility or the usage details, and it basically tells you the same thing. I think you have more options once you become monetized. And even then, a lot of them, even if you don't have it up front, a lot of times they'll add the description and the author to it once it's closed down, and once they've found something that does have. See, the best way to have is to have a second computer, invite the system into the live stream, play that music. Yeah, that sounds like that would work too. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. And I don't mean that literally. I mean that figuratively. Sony is hard on. In fact, we showed an album cover. I was doing a live stream and it showed an album cover and they shut me down. Now
wow.
From a hidden. Yes, you can play a song from a hidden. I believe that's right. Let's try it. Y'all ready to try something new? I've never tried it, but I'm willing to try it.
Maybe.
All right. I don't remember if I shared this with audio or not, but I'm about to share it with audio. And so I'm going to bring this up again. I'm going to my channel. Go back to your channel, and I'm going to look up YouTube Police. All right, that's it right there. I'm going to go over the videos, and let me go by most popular. It's going to be right there. And let me unmute it. Yeah, you tell me. Can you hear it? All right, hang on. Can you hear it?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Interesting. Well, maybe you can't show it when it's hidden. I bet you could hear it that way. Oh, did I share the audio? I think I did. Well, let me try it one more time just to make sure. Entire screen. Share the audio. Maybe I didn't share the audio. All right. That.
Yeah, we can hear it.
All
Yeah,
right. Now, Let's try it a different way. Can you still hear it?
Yes.
All right. See, and it did. So you can go through and you can hide it, and still, the only trouble is you won't be able to show another screen while you're doing that. I can't share another screen while that's doing it. All right. So that answered that question. So yes, I'm gonna put it back on this just because I like this format better. Anyhow, well, wait a minute. Let me try putting it this and saying, yeah, it's still there, so it could, in theory, still be heard because it's brought up from, but you can't see it because of the format that I've chosen for the icons that are up there. See, the thing is, you learn a lot just by trying new things. A lot of times you don't know how to do something until you figure out what you want to try to do. And then if you can find a way to do it, it works. Sound like the thing to the Incredible Hulk series. Hey, Barry, good to see you. Well, on that one, all I really did, what's up, JCT, is, did I miss a question or something? The thing is, a lot of times you have to figure out what you want to try to do, and then figure out a way to get it done. Yes, but you can play a song from a hidden. Every one of those songs on there came from the YouTube audio library. They're free. I didn't pick any paid ones, and I didn't pick any one that there would be any copyright issues on. And so it allows me to play that. And oftentimes I'll even do a replay of that live stream if it's going to be, and it's kind of boring because it's just candle wax melted, but as it goes on, and I guess I'll show y'all, might as well. As it goes on through it, the candle it melts. See how it's melted here in the center? And then I edited that way. And then I went through and just put them back to back to back to back to back. So this has got about 6 or 7 of those same clips added with the longest piano music I could find. Now I'll show you something else that I've done with it. And with StreamYard, I've gone through and I've uploaded onto here. You've got your brand color themes, that type of thing. But if you go down here to the video clips, you can loop them. So you can literally go through and just play the same thing over and over and over again. So sometimes I have been known to have a video that has rain going on in the background, and there's some peaceful rain falling. That's an audio clip that has been edited in with a little bit of lightning in there. And rather than just having a silent live stream, I think that's a lot more entertaining. I think it's a lot more peaceful to look at. And I think that people can enjoy sitting there and just watching it. Can y'all hear it?
I can hear the thunder, yeah.
Yeah, and you probably can't hear the rain just because so much things going on. But if you hit the loop, if you don't hit the loop, it's not going to keep going. It'll play for like however long the clip is, which is that particular one's 50 seconds long. Also, I've got a few on there, that says this is my time machine, could be back any second now, so stay tuned. And Lenny, dadgummit, ma'am. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it again. I'm having another brain fart. Lenny. When you take those break like you were doing in there, you may be able to put something like that on there. So it's something on the screen playing while you're, just doing, getting heading to the restroom or whatever. That's why I put it on there. I just never bothered doing it because I never seen. Well, I do walk away from the thing to pick up tobacco or whatever, but there's usually other people on the panel. Leany. I'm gonna make sure. Well, I'm sorry. Did I? See, gosh, girl, you know I'm a computer idiot. That's okay. The fact is, I'm trying to make sure all this is as simple, and I know it seems like a lot of stuff, but that's one reason why it's good to have this co-stream to your thing so you can watch it again. And the truth is, I've probably overwhelmed a few people tonight with what all, well, let's see. You're not muted. Not from what I can tell. And you can mute people but they can unmute themselves. Anyhow, does anybody have any questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna quit sharing this and we'll just get around to talking. Okay. All right. Right now, we are streaming to, according to Lene, I think I'm saying Lenny. According to Lenny.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you repeat it one more time for me, ma'am?
Leany.
All right. I'm gonna have to write.
You're not gonna offend me though. It's fine. Call me whatever.
Well, I don't do it on purpose. I'm just an idiot. That's all.
I know it's fine.
All right, and we got KK's live streaming channel that is also right now that is streaming here. And most everything on here is fairly simple, but it does have a tendency. It can be overwhelming if you try to take in too much stuff at one time. So this is typically the type of stuff you may want to go through and watch a couple of times. But
yeah.
Let's see. All right,
I think it's something you just have to do yourself a few times and you'll get it.
It is.
Right.
But I appreciate you doing this because it did help me a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. It's my desire to help people. And ultimately, live streaming can be as simple as going on to StreamYard or not StreamYard. You can go live with one subscriber. You just have to, request to live stream on YouTube, and it'll give you a 24-hour timer before it lets you live stream. Now you may have to have, I don't know. I think you can subscribe, or you can do it with just one. I don't even think you have to have a subscriber.
For what now?
To live stream on YouTube. But to go on
YouTube, yeah. Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, I think you can live stream without any subscribers. But if you want to go on your phone, you have to have at least 50 subscribers. So, Leany, thank you, Leany. Now, I'm gonna have to write that down. I swear I am. Oh. Let me find something to write it down on I'm not going to lose. That's the question. All right. All right, I got it.
I really appreciate this. I'm so glad you did this. I didn't get a whole lot, to tell you the truth. It's a lot to take in, but I can go back and, do it slowly with myself.
Well, yeah, and just truthfully, you can go on to your. Come here. Come here, much. Well, they don't want to come up right now. All right. But you can go through and, just get on StreamYard a little bit. I hope y'all don't mind, since I'm the only one on camera. I'm going to show y'all my puppy.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
This is AJ. She's a Boston Terrier. She was born on December the 2nd.
Oh, she's a beaut.
Nice.
Thank you. I got another Boston Terrier running around here that was born on December the 3rd. They're from the same litter, and she's sweet. Yes, she is.
Cool.
She always wants to lick me on the mouth, and I ain't crazy about that. Hey, Wanda E. This is one of those live streams that, hopefully it can help you learn a few things. And it should be, and now it's on mine, it's on Kyle's, and it's Leanie's. I got it.
You got it. Look at
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Well, I remembered, that time.
Can you show Waffles how to do her name again? She's wanting to put in some emojis next to her name.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. Let's see. All that's going to be on just a YouTube StreamYard. I mean YouTube Studio. And so if you wanted to go through, let me go over here to a different one. All right. And I'm going to stop that because that's just not necessary at the moment. We've kind of finished doing that. What you do is you go to, you can even go to just your channel. That's fine. You go up here to the icon or the letter with your name or whatever, picture of your cat, and go to YouTube Studio. Go down to customization, go over to branding, and that's where you would change the picture. If you want to change your banner, change it there. If you want to change your trademark, it's all done there under branding. Oh, by the way, if you wanted to change your name, your channel name, you could do that right here under basic info. It does allow you to do that twice, I think, up to 14 days. Handles can be changed twice every 14 days. So if you wanted to change your channel name, you go in here and you type in Big Bopper or whatever. And you'd probably go through and you change your handle as well to Bopperino, and then you'd have to go up here to save and save it, but I'm not going to save it. I'm canceling it because I don't care to change this channel name. You can add, don't even get me started on that, but you can add links. And then there's the basic layout, which deals more with your home screen. Does that show you what you're looking for, Waffles? To put you're going to go to put the emojis. You're going to have to go through and you're going to have to find a way of finding the emoji you want. For example, all right, let's go to a live stream and find some emojis. Well, there's going to be some emojis right there. Obviously, a lot of people are putting a lot of emojis in there. All right, you go to there, pick a couple of emojis, copy them, and then you're going to go back over to your thing and then just add the emoji right there. Wait, I must not have copied them. That's a StreamYard link. Let me just cancel it. So, and that may be because I didn't have access to those emojis.
Jeez, that chat's going flying.
Well, that's because I have not, I haven't been over there on it. And it is a current live stream, so it's trying to get caught up. But if you wanted those, you're going to, in order to copy with sticky keys, I guess I could probably try to find a way to show you. Okay. Let me try something. This is going to take just a second to set up, but I want to be able to show y'all how it works. Me too. Oh, I see the problem with that. Me too is not listed up. There we go. All right. It's going to take me just a second to get this to where I can move it around, what have you. But I'm going to show you how to use sticky keys. All right. That's this right here. Let me see if I can go through and I'm going to have to give me a second to undo this cord. At least take a couple of notches out of it. Or take a couple of loops out of it. All right. That way I can move it around a little better. That's good enough. All right. In order to copy and paste, this is my keyboard right here in front of me. I'm gonna hold the finger down on that bottom white. That's Control. In order to copy a link, which I have those highlighted, you know, on the thing. In order to copy, Control C. Now, if I wanted to paste it, well, let me go back over here. And that's where my name is, so you can see that. Oh, well, maybe I ought to, hang on. I didn't realize I was doing this from such a stupid way. All right. You hold your pinky or you hold a finger on that. You can even use separate hands, but I use that and I'll click on C to copy. Of course, I don't think I have it. I'd have to go back over here to where the live stream is. And so that's, yeah. All right. I'm highlighting those emojis and I'm going to copy them using sticky keys. Well, let me turn off my camera so you can see that better. Hang on. Hang on. If I had this set up, it probably would work better. All right. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to hold a finger on Control. I'm holding a finger on Control. Hit C. That is going to copy. Control C copies. And then I'm going to go through back over to the right area. And I'm going to put the cursor right there and make sure it's there. And if I do this right, which I'm going to hold Control, and instead of C, I'm going to put V. And apparently I'm not doing it right. So there must be another way to do those emojis. So I don't know. Apparently, I don't know how to do that. If you can figure out a way to get the emojis on, you know, copied, it would work. You just do I would think you just do a copy and paste. Let me go through and get rid of this one and go back to this one. There we go. I'm sorry I wasn't very helpful with that. Well, see that here's an interesting thing. Something else I guess I can point out. That even though Leanie is no longer on panel, she's no longer up here, but her live stream continues. And it will continue until I either end the live stream or I take hers off. I don't know if she's in the chat. Leanie, did you want to keep your live stream going, or did you want to go through and end the live stream on your channel? I need to go have one of the grands just woke up. Much love to everyone. Hope you see y'all in chat. Okay. How are you doing tonight, Joey? And Gandalf asked, hey, Gandalf, good to see you, brother. Let's see. It's possible you could do it with your phone. And I'm not sure how to do that. I don't use the phone much on these, but I will show you. I'm going to do another shared thing, and I'm going to show you how to. In fact, I guess I've already done a video on how to end a live stream. And
You
I've already
should
got
put
a
all
video.
You should put all these tutorials on a playlist.
Well, I've got a couple of them. I don't know if I've got it on my main channel or if I've got it on here. So I'm going to switch over. I'm not going to switch channels, but I am going to go to the YouTube. Let's see. Just for the sake, so y'all see where I'm finding it, I'm going to put the link in. I'm going to put the link in. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Beltloop 29 co-stream. It hopefully will bring up. Yeah, there we go. Joining a co-stream. Co-stream with Beltloop 29, working on watch hours. How do you start, monetize, and stop your co-stream? All right. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through and I'm going to copy that link. If somebody wants to know how to stop it, and I'm going to paste it there. All right. Find out for me and you can tell me. All right, let's see. I'm going to go after I go to bed. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that's fine. For a real brief thing, I'll show y'all. I'll show you how it would be done anyhow. And this one over here is not live. It's just another StreamYard that I'm up in, up on the panel, and I can take myself off there, and y'all still see me up here on mine. But I will share my screen so that y'all will see what I see. Now get ready, because you're going to have some multiples on the center, but I'm still going to show it because it's the easiest way to explain it. All right. And that one right there. This one right here is the one that we're looking at. Don't pay attention to anything but the right. All right. For example, there's Leaney's. And I would just click on remove and it would stop it and the main live stream would still be continuing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's real simple. A lot of it is, but the fact is, if you don't know what's going on, if you've never done it before, sometimes it can be daunting or intimidating. Most of it's really not that hard. Last name, good. Well, thank you, 911 operator. I try to help people, and I try to go through and help wherever I can. Now, there's more you can learn, but really, live stream is no more. Live stream is no more simple. It's as simple or as hard as you want to make it. And so, a lot of people, myself included, like to have Nightbot just so that people can drop. Some people rely entirely on mods. I've got a lot of mods in my live streams, so that people can go over and check out other channels and just make it easier. I think I'm gonna stop adding mods though for a while, just because the fact that we've been having a whole lot of new people coming in, and sometimes it's just kind of hard to keep up with everybody. And I like to get to know, a lot of the people that are modded in here I've known for a little while. And even then there's one or two people I still have modded, and for good reason, I think. Thank you. I appreciate that, 911 operator, 911 911 operator. And we're just here to have fun. And I am working on watch hours, so there's that. I'm gonna eliminate that, get out of that StreamYard. I don't need it, and I don't reckon I need that either. And well, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what else to talk about.
I'm going to jump down anyway. It's 1:30 here, so.
Yeah, it is here too.
But I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, Black Widow, I appreciate you coming into the chat. And, if I can help you in any way, I'm more than happy to do so. I receive a great deal of satisfaction from helping folks. Even helps my self-image. So
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Good
My
night, Kyle.
Good night. Have a good
Good
one.
night, chat.
night, Black Widow.
Take care.
Johnny, you want to come up? Anyone who needs to do, all anyone needs to do is get out of your comfort zone and make mistakes and do your best. No one cares if you make mistakes. Everyone starts in the same place. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And the main thing is actually, in my opinion, is actually start getting, content on the board. It makes it a lot easier to find your channel. And anyhow, Johnny Smallpepper's got a lot of good information. Hopefully Johnny will drop his links so other people can, check out his stuff. Let's see. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all's time. It is about 1:30, so maybe we ought to end it anyhow. Thank y'all for your time and your patience with me. And I'm gonna be ending it. That way I can spend a few minutes with the puppies before I have to head to bed. And my wife likes me to be in bed by 2, and she doesn't sleep well if I'm not. But thank y'all for coming in. We go in 3. If anybody wants to join the after party and talk for just a few minutes, you can click on the link on the top in my StreamYard. And thank you. Oh, let me recognize the folks that are here. That's pretty dadgum important. If you hadn't typed anything in a little bit, go ahead and say, type, I don't know, it could be just a period or something in there. But let me thank Gandalf Smith, JCT, Joanne Glass, Johnny Smallpepper, KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs, Roadhog, Wanda E, Curious Musings. It is appreciated for y'all coming by. Hey, every hour helps. By the way, for anybody interested, I am, last time I looked earlier today, I was at 120 hours from reaching the 3,000 fan funding level on this channel. And so it's something I'm working on.
Oh, wow.
Well, that only means I'm only at 2,880 hours. So that's, still a long way from the 4,000. That's 1,120 hours or something like that I need. But that's okay. We're going to have some fun with it. It's a long road, but you got to enjoy the journey. That's what it's all about. Otherwise, because a lot of people get frustrated because, it seems to take a long time. It's, that's especially starting out. It does. Now, as you get bigger, exponentially, it gets faster. But thank y'all for coming in. We're going to leave in 3, 2, 1.